Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Anna, and today we're going to be playing with some new stuff from Milani. I just got a little PR package in, and I thought we could play with everything and test it out today and do a little wear test. So we have the Conceal and Perfect Primer. You've got the blur out sticks and the powder. So we're going to put this to the test today and see how she does. That interests you? Just go ahead and keep on watching. Boy, I'm excited. So I gotta figure out which shade. They sent me 5 lightest of the lightest shades to play with, as well as the primer and blur out powder. All right, let's start with the primer because that's the first step. I'm gonna do the primer just on half of my face so we can compare and see what a difference it makes, if it makes a difference, and all of that. So I've already done my normal skincare. And that is what is on my face right now. Nothing out of the ordinary. Let's start with this primer. I've seen this on the shelf and I was this close to buying it because it looks so intriguing to me. Just something about the packaging and the presentation of it was very much appealing and was kind of sucking me in. Here's what the packaging looks like. Really cute little twist off thing. And this is what's the most satisfying. Look at that. Do you not want to just like dive right into this? Something about that looks so just, ooh. And yeah, just, I don't know why, but I just want to like squish right into there. And you do get a little spatula that pops out right here to scoop out the right amount so you can apply it. And then it clicks right in so you don't lose it. I always lose my little spatulas to everything. So let's talk about some of the details real quick. I don't know the exact price point. I know that it is over $10. It is, I want to say, close to the $14 price points. I will, of course, have all of that information on the screen as we read through here. And you can always pause, zoom in, and read everything if you need to. If I miss a point or there's something you're like, hey, what was that? You can always just kind of tip tap, go back a few seconds, and you can pinch to zoom if you really need to get in there and see something. There's always something you can do. Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. This instantly blurs and moisturizes while delivering a refreshing, cooling sensation. This formula is infused with moisture-locking micro powders that feel like whipped souffle on the skin and create a soft focus effect that diffuses the appearance of fine lines, pores, and imperfections. It also features a 3D hydrating complex designed to help smooth and soften dull texture and optimize the skin's natural hydration levels. 5% glycerin, 3% niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid help nourish and hydrate while nutrient-rich. Blue algae, Korean pear extract, arnica, and blue chamomile provide antioxidant benefits. This powerhouse combination of skin-loving ingredients makes Blur Out Smoothing Primer the ultimate hydrating, blurring base. That is actually a really impressive ingredient deck there. That's like stuff that I see in my Shiseido products and like some rather high-end skincare and primers. So that's pretty nice. That's probably why it costs a little bit more. I believe this is also made in Korea. So I'm thinking it's almost like a little bit K-beauty inspired with its creation. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put this on this half of my face because this is the side that I have more wrinkles on, maybe. So what we do is I'm going to apply this to one side of the face. We'll put this over here so we can see what it looks like on this side. And then this side we will leave blank with just skincare and see how the foundation stick sits over top. And I will be doing more in-depth stuff with this and give you an update on how everything pans out after more experimentation. This is a first impression wear test today and kind of dipping our toes in. So I do always update my thoughts and opinions and final kind of consensus on something in a product update video. So I do try to let you know how things pan out in the end. I'm just going to take what's in the cap actually with my finger. And we're going to start right here in the pore area. Ooh, that is very cooling and glidey onto the skin. That feels nice. And it, ooh, yeah, feels hydrating. Just sliding right on there. There's a silkiness to this. Not quite like a silicone primer. Feels a little different than that. It doesn't feel like the e.l.f. primer either. It thins out. Yeah, very pleasant sensation. Very cooling. Looks a little bit blurred. Put some up here on the forehead. I'm trying to make sure I get this in my trouble spots where pores are the issue in fine lines. Okay, and I'm going to give that a second to really settle in. And let's take a look in a magnified mirror. I think it does look a little bit softer over there. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing like insane. But definitely, there's a little bit of a softer effect on this side of the face. And it feels hydrated. It has a little bit of a grippy feel. Like, it feels like makeup's going to sit nice over it. It almost feels more like skincare than a primer. I'm trying to look right here in this area, which is my biggest pores are. It does look a little bit smooth. So we'll see how it does with the foundation over it. Because sometimes it's just hard to tell when you just put a primer on what it looks like. But yeah, it's pretty nice so far. Can't give you a firm opinion on that yet. Okay, now let's talk about this Blur Out foundation stick. Blur Out skin tint stick. I've got 5 shades here. I gotta figure out which one matches me. This one's probably gonna be too light. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the 3 lightest here and see what we got. Now these have a clear little thing that says to replace so it doesn't dry out. Here's what they look like. Just a foundation stick. All right, I'm gonna swatch right here and just see. That is pretty close. That is the lightest shade, 01 Fair. I mean, you know my ghost. So that looks pretty good right there to me. So I want it to match my neck. And then we got 02 Fair, Cool Neutral, which this might work too. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think that one might be a good match for today, actually. A better match. Maybe I'll keep the lightest one for just highlighting. That way I don't waste it. Because, I mean, yeah. I'm not going to open the 2 deepest ones so I can donate them. But that actually looks like a really a dead-on match. The 02 shade. So that's probably the one I'm going to go with. And I'm not going to open 03. So I can donate it as well. Yeah, 03 Light Neutral. So I think that's probably going to be just a little bit on the too deep side. So I'm going to see if there's somebody that I can gift these to or donate them to someone, to a local women's shelter or something. I'm sure through my church I can find somewhere to donate those because I don't want to mess them up. And it's kind of weird to do a giveaway with foundation shades because it's very limiting. But yeah, thank you, Milani, for sending just a small selection of shades. That's really smart because I can find my shade in there and I'm not going to open all of them, and I can give those to someone in need without feeling wasteful and like them sending out a ton of product or anything. I like that they spoke to me ahead of time and told me, and I filled out a little thing for them to select what shades to send me. So I didn't know I was getting this PR package, by the way. I'm going to go with the second shade up, 02 Fair. Oh, let's talk about the claims. Got distracted there. So, Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint Stick. This is made in Italy, cruelty-free and vegan. And we've got 25 flexible shades to flatter all skin tones. Made to flatter all skin tones. And I do believe these are kind of flexible in their shades because, like I said, like these 2 worked fairly well for me. One of them, I think, is going to be a pretty dead-on match here. All right, soft filter skin, just a swipe away. Ultra blurring, nourishing formula melts into skin, delivering buildable light to medium coverage with a natural soft matte finish. Natural soft matte second skin finish. Yes, that's my kind of finish I like. Infused with Mura butter, vitamin C rich guava fruit extract, antioxidant, vitamin C, Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint Stick is designed to effortlessly blur lines even tone and help moisturize skin. I like that. That's very nice. And the shade range looks very comprehensive. Like it looks like a really decent range. Like kind of a just right selection for everybody in here. There's not too many of one category, which I've seen a lot lately. Like there's just way too many shades that look almost exactly the same that okay, it's getting unnecessary. So this to me looks very ideal. Let's put some of this on my face. I'm gonna start with this side. This is the non-primer side. And just to reiterate, I have combo leaning oily skin and I'm 38 years old. And I feel like this is going to be something that applies best with a brush. So I'm just going to use my good old e.l.f. dual complexion brush. Alright, I'm just going to swipe. This is O2, yeah. This is O2 Fair. You know, that's perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and just blend this out. That swiped on with such a glide. Dang, that felt nice. Well, that blended in easily and totally seamless looking. All right, let's put a little bit here. See how that goes. I've heard this is similar to the Fenty foundation stick. I can't remember the last time I tried a foundation stick. My goodness, it's probably been years. I really don't remember. I think the Fit Me one. Oh no, Wet n Wild. That looks really nice so far. I won't know really until I get my magnified mirror because I can't see that good without my glasses or magnified mirror. Yeah, that's a pretty nice coverage level too. I don't feel like I'm having to use an excessive amount of product. I could definitely tell that it would be buildable. It definitely has a buildable quality to it. A versatility with your coverage level. You can definitely shear it out if you wanted. Now looking in the mirror, just this far, I like what I see. That looks perfect shade match and finished coverage level. It's what I look for. So here's with one little application and without. Definitely evened out the skin tone. And it has a really, very much a second skin feel. Like I don't feel anything on my face. And it looks like it belongs on my face. It doesn't look like makeup to me. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Wow. It's sitting pretty good around the nose. Doesn't appear to be settling too bad or anything like that. Looks good on the forehead. It's sitting pretty nicely in my pore area on its own, which is always a good thing. All right. It's looking nice on the nose. Okay, now let's see how it looks over the primer on this side. Go ahead and just swipe some on. And buff it in. Okay, that was pretty effortless to apply. Very easy. Easy product. Yeah, it does look a little smoother over here. In this part of my face, it does look a bit smoother. I'm not seeing any clinginess around my nostrils. I was struggling with that with a previous wear test when we did the Estee Lauder skin tint. Girl, y'all know I was complaining about things clinging and not sitting good on the nose. This is sitting pretty nice on the nose area. It's good around the brows. Yeah, that looks really nice over here. I mean, it looks nice without the primer, but it really looks nice with. I can actually see a difference. I don't know if you're going to be able to see a difference, but I see a difference when I look like really zoomed in here. Okay. That looks pretty nice. Pretty nice, you guys. Okay, just going to build a little coverage here. That looks pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to throw on a little concealer. And we're going to put a little bit of concealer on. I'm going to use my IRL Filter Finish Concealer, also a soft matte finish. This is just a tried and true concealer that I know how it performs, and it's not going to be anything experimental here. I'm very familiar with the concealer. And I'm not going to over apply either. I'm just going to put a little bit where I need it. We are concealed around the eye area. Just want to brighten up that darkness. Now, let's set this down with a little bit of powder. Now, it is definitely very much a soft matte finish. Like, it's skin-like, but I'm not seeing like an excessive amount of glow or anything. It looks nice. It's a really nice kind of just middle of the road, not quite satin, but not flat matte. It is very much a soft, very soft matte. Like, that's a pretty finish. A very flattering finish, too. Now, let's set down with the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. I have never used this. See it on the market. It's been on the market for a long time. Just never gave it a try. Let's see what it says. This is the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. Hashtag no filter. Get the beauty filter effect with Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. Designed to work across all skin tones, this finely milled powder helps create a flawless veil on the skin to blur for a filtered finish. Our always silky, never chalky, lightweight, talc-free formula is perfect for no makeup lovers. Apply it as a final touch to your makeup routine or use it on its own for pixel perfect, flawless finish. Okay, so you're using, basically you could give yourself kind of a blurred, mattified appearance. If you didn't want to do makeup, you could use this just on its own. All right, so we have got, this is made in Italy, cruelty-free, talc-free. I want to say this comes in 2 shades. All right, let's see how this does. So it looks like this initially. I've already removed the protective seal that's on the inside, but it had a little paper underneath this. So you have this, and you just pull this open. Oh, come on. There we go. Gently open that up. And that's what it looks like. It's got the little net type of thing, which I kind of like the net. I don't know. Ooh, super finely milled. Holy cow. I can tell that's going to be one of those super mattifying powders too. All right, I'm going to take it on a little puff. Just a little. Oh boy, she's. Whew. Yeah. Let's set the under eye first and see how that goes. Taking a small amount here. Set the T-zone. Yeah, that is blur. I can tell that's blurring. Oh boy. That is super blurring. Very nice. Love a good blurring powder. I don't know if you can see a difference here on camera, but in person I sure can. So without powder, with powder. Very finely milled powder. If they come out with a pink one, girl, like I need another pink powder. Yep, that looks good. It looks very blurred on this side with the primer too. And very smooth. Like I can definitely see a difference. I definitely can see this being one of those powders you could bake with and do all of that if you wanted to. Really nice. I'm going to dust just a little bit around the rest of the face lightly just to make sure we're all set everywhere. Now, today's not going to be like the longest wear test in the world because it's already like noon, I think, right now. Also kind of knocking off any excess we have here as well. Wow, that is a matte, blurred, but nice finish. It is not cakey. It is not heavy looking. It's not chalky looking. Yeah, that looks great. Heck yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and I'll be back to show you what things look like with that done, and we'll check in with each other throughout the day. Oh, here's a close-up. Alright guys, here's what we are looking like with the foundation all complete, or well, rather the whole face all complete. There's a very slight glow right here, and that is from my blush. But other than that, we are still pretty matte looking and nice. I think it looks really good. Everything is looking really, really smooth and blurred and matte in the best way. We're going to put this to the test today for sure and do a little workout. And it is a little bit warm outside too, so it's going to get a fair little test. Yeah, but yeah, it's not gathering in any of my creases. It actually is looking really nice around my mouth creases and all of that. Whereas like the Estee Lauder one we tried out the other day, girl, it was sinking into every little crease and crevice I had on my face. So yeah, we're off to a good start with this one today. So I will see you guys in a little while for a check-in, and we'll see how it's holding up. Okay, here's a look in natural daylight as well at the foundation. Is it the glow? That is from the blush. So, yeah, I think we are looking pretty good. Oh boy, the sun is bright. I was trying to get a little bit of daylight here so you can see how things were holding up. And, ooh. So it is 4 in the afternoon. Puppy is playing with her hamburger below me here. 4 in the afternoon. I have done a full body workout and got a little sweaty. Yeah. And we're over 4 hours in on our foundation wear test. Trying to think what time did I finish up. It was like 12:30 when I finished my complexion. So, and it's probably about 4:15 right now. So here's what we are looking like in some very direct sunlight. I'm pretty impressed at how matte everything still looks. Like, I'm blind right here. But anyways, I am pretty impressed with the way everything's held up. As far as a full body workout that was not a easy workout. Like I was worked up a sweat, was lifting weights, you know. And yeah, still just the glow from the blush. Looking okay around the nose. A little bit worn off right here where I rubbed my nose. But other than that, we're looking pretty good. It's not settling into my creases. Looks like how I would personally want my foundation to look at this point. Especially after a full body workout. I think we're in good shape. And yeah. Alright, I will check in later on this evening. We're gonna go head out, get some dinner and stuff in a little while. I'm gonna do some computer work for the rest of the day. But I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah, it's a good little combo. As far as like the differences on the side with the primer versus without, you tell me because I didn't look. I forgot to check. It is 9 o'clock now. It is about bedtime. I'm trying to get some good light for you. But, I think she held up pretty well today. We've gone to dinner. I have rubbed my chin a little bit because dinner. But I always just forget and go crazy wiping my face after I eat. But yeah, I think this held up pretty well. Like, I'm just now getting a little shiny. And it's been on since noon. So, yeah, and I do think this side looks really good with the primer. I'm ready for bed now and to wash my face. But on first impression wear test, the Milani Conceal and Perfect stick, blur out stick, powder, and primer performed really well today. Held up through a full body workout, out and about, kind of a busy day. And for how many hours was it on? Close to 10 hours. I think we did really good. So, yeah. I mean, I've got a really big dry patch right there because I had a pimple on it in my nose. So that was that. But, I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Otherwise, I think it held up great. And, yeah, I'll keep you posted if my thoughts change in a product update video. And I'll try to stay on top of that and let you know. And, yeah, so far, though, I think this is a good little combo. I don't often do like a whole little combination of products together, but yeah, when something's designed to work with one another and they help each other out, I think that's great. Now most of the time I do like to hold a foundation, primer, powder on their own merit kind of thing, not requiring to work with something else. Like, I don't want to have to use specific primers and specific powders to make something work for me. I think a product should stand on its own, but as a system, these worked really well, and I think the foundation stick would probably do really well on its own also, or with any other primer out there on the market that you prefer. So, that being said, I think it did good though, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, so I'll keep you posted. Let me know your thoughts down below and any other complexion products or maybe primer, foundation, powder combos do you want to see used together with a specific concealer. Let me know down below. I would love to test that out for you. And yeah, alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Bye now.